Good morning, students. I hope you are preparing for your test. All right. You have 1.5 lesson for your test. First lesson is integers, and your second lesson is fractions and decimals. In that fractions, you will be having that exercise 2.1. All right, and 2.2 also. So now we will move on to 2.2. That the last sum, that is 7 sum. I have to explain what it is. Test Ritu ate 3 by 5 part of an apple. So, question number 7. Ritu ate 3 by 5 part of an apple. Okay. Was eaten by her brother Somu. We don't know how much Somu ate. Let the part of apple 8i. So m1 is equal to x we will take. So we will find out how much part of the apple Somu eat and who had the largest share and how much it is greater. Okay. So Ritu and Somu together ate one apple. Among that, Ritu ate 3 by 4 3 by 5 part of the apple. We have to find out how much the part that is eaten by Somu. In order to do so, together. So Ritu and Ritu and Somu together ate one apple. So as the result of that, what happens? 3 by 5 plus x gives you what? 1. So we need to find out this part. So almost part is how much? So x is equal to 1 minus 3 by 5. LCM becomes what? 5. 1 divides 5, 5 times 5 1 is 5 minus 5 divides 5 one time. 1 into 3 is 3. Gives you what? 2 by 5. So Somu ate 3 by, Ritu ate 3 by 5 part of the apple and Somu ate 2 by 5 part of the apple. So by the observation, we have the denominator same and in the numerator 3 as well as 2. The part of the apple eaten by Somu is equal to 2 by 5. Then who ate greater part? By the observation. So 3 is greater than 2. As a result of that, we can write Ritu ate a larger part of apple. Alright. How much it is greater is the question. So 3 by 5 minus 2 by 5. LCM becomes 5. 3 ones are 3. Sorry, 5 divides 5 one time, and 3 is 3. Minus 5 divides 5 one time, on both sides 2. Gives you what? 1 divided by 5. How much part it was larger? It was larger by 1 by 5 part. I hope it is clear to you. So Somu and Ritu together ate an apple. Ritu ate 3 by 5 part of the apple. And we don't know how much Somu ate. So in order to find that, return Somu, the part of the apple ate by Somu is equal to x. So according to the question, we can write it as 3 by 5 plus x is equal to 1. Now x is equal to what? Minus 3 by 5. LCM is what? 5. 5 ones are 5 minus 3 will gives you 2 by 5. So the part of the apple ate by Somu becomes equal to what? 2 by 5. So who ate greater part? By the observation of the fraction. So numerator 3 is greater than 2. As a result of that, Ritu ate larger part of the apple. How much it is greater? So 3 by 5 minus 2 by 5 will gives you what? 1 by 5. So according to the question, who had the largest share by how much? So Ritu had the largest share by how much means it is 1 by 5 part. I hope it is clear to you. Question number 8 is actually, and now we will move on to next main, that is multiplication of fractions. So you see the page number 32, there you have the different examples related to multiplication of fractions. Alright, and in the page number 34 as well as 35 and move on to page number 36. There you have exercise 2.2. So we will see those sums that are there in your exercise 2.1. This exercise 2.2. This main you can do it in the HLA book. I will explain you orally by the textbook itself. Now, which of the drawing A to D shows 2 into 1 by 5? So, two figures shows 1 by 5th part, that is shaded region you see. So, when you come to that one, in the option D, so option D you have two figures as well as option B also, but in that how many part we want? We wanted 5 part. As the result of that, one part is shaded. So 2 into 1 by 5 is option D. Next, come to the second one, that is 2 into 1 by 2. So two figures, that is none other than option B, and in that two divisions are there. So one region is shaded. As the result of that, for the second question, option B, which represents. Next, 3 into 2 by 3. So there should be 3 figures. We have in option A as well as C. Among that, 3 parts should be there. So naturally it is A. In that 2 regions are shaded. So for the third question, it is option A. So that is figure A. Next, the left one is the last one, 3 into 1 by 4. So there are 4 divisions in each figure. One region is shaded. As a result of that, 3 into 1 by 4. Next, move on to the second one. Some pictures A to C are given below. Tell which of them shows. It is more or less the same. So 3 into 1 by 5 gives you 3 by 5. So 3 into 1 by 5. So you have to have 3 figures. So it is there in the option B as well as option C. In that what happens? There should be 5 divisions. So that is option C for the first one. Next, 2 into 1 by 3. There should be 2 figures. We have the option A, that is 2 circles, and in that 3 divisions are there and 1 region is shaded. As the result of that, it becomes 2 by 3. Next, come to the third figure, that is the third one. We left out option B. So as the result of that, answer is that one. Come to the third main, multiply and reduce to lowest form and convert it into mixed fraction. Shall we move on to that main? I will explain first 4 sums, reminding you how to do. Okay. Third main, exercise 2.2. And that first one is what? 7 into 3 by 5. And second one is what? 4 into 1 by 3. Third one is what? 2 into 6 by 7. And the fourth one is what? That is 5 into 2 by 9. And fifth one is what? It is 2 by 3 into 4. So now, I will explain these 5 sums. Remaining 5 sums, you have to do. So accordingly, the question is multiply and reduce to the lowest form and convert it into mixed fraction. So first multiply. 7 3s are 21 divided by 5. If it is possible to divide or else write it in mixed fraction form. So 5 is a prime number. As a result of that, we can't able to reduce further. So 5 how much are? 4s are 20. Remainder is 1. 5 4s are 20. Converted into improper fraction. Mixed fraction. 5 4s are 20. Remainder is 1. Now 4 1s are 4 divided by 3. 3 is a prime number. As a result of that, 3 1s are 3. And the remainder is 1. 2 6 are 12 divided by 7. Here also 7, 1 is a 7 and remainder is 5. 5 2s are 10 divided by 9. So both the numbers are not divisible by the same number. As a result of that, you can write it in subtraction. 9 1s are and 1. 2 4s are is 8 divided by 3. 3 is a prime number, not able to divide. So 3 2s are 6 and remainder is 2. This is how you have to do. Okay. Next, 1 8 10 sum, just you see. There is 15 into 3 by 5. Then one is 15 into 3 by 5. So here 15 is 45 divided by 5. Alright. So can be written as how? 5 divides 5 9s are 45 and 1s are. So answer is 9. So that is the simplest form. Okay. Next, come to the next main. So next main is shade. So you have to do these sums in your HLA book. Shade, first one, half of the circles in the box. So there half of the circles means, okay, you have to shade means there are totally 3 4s are 12 circles. So you have to shade first 6 circles. As the result of that becomes 1 by 2. Next, second one is 2 by 3 of the triangles. So there are three rows of the triangles. As the result of that, you need to shade among that 2 by 3 part means first 2 rows. 6 triangles we have to shade. Next, 3 by 5. So column wise, if you consider, there are 3 rows and 5 columns. So we need to shade 3. So as the result of that, you go in a column wise. So first 3 columns you have to shade. So for the first this one, you have to shade first line as well as second line. Sorry, only first line circle and the second line circle also, since it is half of this totally. So by we are going to shade these 3 circles as well as these 3 circles. Next, come to this 2 by 3. Here also we are going to shade 2 rows. Okay, so first line as well as second line you have to shade, then it represents 2 by 3 part. Next, the last one is 3 by 5 part. As a result of that, we have to shade in this way. So 3 columns you shade. As a result of that, it gives you what? 3 by 5. Next, fifth main. Fifth main is what? Find half of so on so. So fifth main. Find half of, first one is 24 and the second one is 46. So half of, you have to find out into, so 24 ones are 24 divided by 2, you see what? 2 12s are. Similarly 46 ones are 46, you see what? Divide by 2, 2 2s are 2 3s are. Did you follow? Okay. Next one, 2 by 3 of 18 and 2 by 3 of 27. Okay. This is also in the same method, same way. 2 18s are 36 divided by 3. So by 3 1s are and 3 2s are. So 12 3s are is 36. The answer is 12. 27 2s is 54 divided by 3. So 3 1s are 3, 2 remains 24, 3 8s are 83 is 54. This is how you have to do. I hope you followed and solve similarly the remaining sums in that exercise, and we will see the remaining mains in the next part of the next class. Okay. So now I hope you followed whatever I taught you today. So the previous exercise, 2.2 exercise, beginning 3 means, sorry, 2 means you have to do it in HLA as well as your fourth main. Okay, third main, fifth main, I will give you the notes. Alright? And coming back to the your periodic test 1, first lesson integers, you know what is the definition of integer and other numbers. Then representation of integers on number line. Okay, and the different properties, there are closure, commutative, associative, distributive property, and you studied multiplicative identity, additive identity, multiplicative inverse, additive inverse. On both identity also, inverse also, you will have mark questions. Okay, then the different properties, and then when you come to the other part, operations by using different properties. Right? I hope you followed. And in this lesson, okay, fractions and decimals, you are having only one exercise, that is 2.1. There you have the sums, simple sums, along with that statement sums. Both you have to study. Okay, practice repeatedly, become perfect, and then you be ready for your test that is there on next week. Okay, all the best to you.